Welcome back. Well, remembering those who lost their lives fighting for our country, as millions of Americans continue to honor the service members who have died in combat over the years, we have some special guests this morning to talk about how veterans are being honored in Old Saybrook tomorrow for their annual Memorial Day parade. Max Sabrin with the Old Saybrook Fire Department is here, as long as Don Sparico, who is a Vietnam veteran and former captain in the U.S. Army. And they're going to talk about the events happening tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Now, this is something that you do every year. Why is it so important for Old Saybrook to host their own event every year?
Well, we've had quite a few residents of Old Saybrook Parish in different battles from World War I on, and quite a few veterans are on the fire department as well as the police department as well. So the town is very, very patriotic regarding remembering our veterans.
And what are the events that are happening tomorrow?
Well, rain or shine, we will still have the waterside ceremony at 9 a.m. at Saybrook Point to honor those who have fallen in the seas, Navy, U.S. Marines, and that's a 10-minute ceremony with former retired chaplain from the U.S. Navy, Jane Vieira. And if the parade is rained out, we still will have a ceremony inside the firehouse at 10 a.m. to honor and remember our veterans.
That is beautiful. And when you see those big crowds come out, what is that like for you?
It's an emotional situation. I think it feels good because those who were in the Vietnam conflict, when we came back, there was a intolerance, I think, for the war at that time. So to see people out honoring all the veterans who are present, and obviously those who have given their lives, is a good feeling. It really is. And also, the other factor is those, and I thought about this the other day, those wives and husbands who have lost the people in the various conflicts, to remember them and their families, because they too sustained a pretty substantial loss.
Of course.
And so I kind of reflect on all of those families, grandparents and children who have lost people in combat.
Of course, we have Veterans Day and we have Memorial Day, and I think sometimes people kind of confuse the two. And so what is it important to do on Memorial Day for you, and how do you feel like the public should remember the fallen?
Well, you know, personally, I come from a religious background, and I say a lot of prayers and remembrance of certainly those that I've been in battle with and have lost their lives, and I remember those. That's what Memorial Day, I think, is all about. Veterans Day, obviously, is another whole issue where all those who have served should be honored and thought of under all the different circumstances that they've gone through.
Right. Well, I think you bring up a good point. The fact that you should think of the families as well, because they're the ones that live with the heavy loss every day.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. If folks want to come out tomorrow, you said it starts at 9 a.m.?
9 a.m. sharp. It'll be a short 10-minute, 15-minute ceremony on the waterside with the wreath laying by the fireboats, and then cancellation due to rain, we'll have the ceremony inside the firehouse at 10 a.m. for the public.
That's great. And I think also for people who can't go to any event tomorrow, even just having a moment of silence by themselves or giving a prayer is a great way to also remember.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For more information about tomorrow's events in Old Saybrook, you can head to our website, WTNH.com. Just click on the On Air tab and pull it down to the Good Morning Connecticut Weekend section.